another Ask Hippo, another series that you guys love to watch. So I'm gonna go and answer your questions which you have asked this week. If you want to go and answer some questions or ask some questions for next week, you can go do that in the comments down below. Don't be scared if you aren't the usual one to comment. You know, just go ahead and go for it. You know, I'm gonna answer all of them, and we'll see, you know, where it ends up going. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the first question. Okay, so the first question is from Shark LK, and his questions are: if the Horizon Festival was real, would you go, and what is your least favourite and most favourite restaurant? You know, just generally. So, would I go to the Horizon Festival? Yes, of course. I mean, I like going to festivals generally, so would I go to the Horizon Festival? Definitely. I mean, who wouldn't go to, you know, a festival with cars and music and, you know, whatnot? I think I'm pretty cool. And my favourite and least favourite fast food, least favourite is McDonald's. I think McDonald's is just kind of cheap and ooh. And then favourite is between KFC or Burger King. I think those two are absolutely divine. McDonald's for me is the discount Burger King, I think. So yeah, I would definitely say that's probably up there. Some honourable mentions: Pizza Hut is fucking sick. But overall, yeah, I think that's the final answer. Least favourite McDonald's, and the top is joint between KFC and Burger King. Okay, the next question is from Zhao, and his question is: do you know what Opel means? And would you rather have a Land Rover? I'm assuming he means Range Rover Sport, because that's like the closest equivalent, or a Porsche Cayenne. So number one, what does Opel mean? I've not got a fucking clue. And number two, would I rather have a Range Rover or a Porsche? I'd rather have a Range Rover. Okay, the next question is from Venom, and his question is: which car in the crew looks most insane as a circuit spec car? So, I guess this is kind of hard because there is quite a few cars to pick from. Probably the R34. I'm not sure if you guys know it. I'll put it up on the screen if I remember. But this is the R34 that was in GT4 and all the other Gran Turismos. It's the actual race car GTR, which they use quite frequently. So I'd say this is definitely up there. It's absolutely amazing. I don't know. I think overall it just looks pretty sweet. So yeah, definitely that R34. Okay, so the next question is from the Speedway Gamer, and his questions are: if you had the chance to use the DeLorean from Back to the Future, what time would you travel to? What's the weirdest username on your subs? So this is, I've seen some pretty weird ones. And what is the craziest thing that has happened to you on YouTube? So number one, where would I go to if I could travel back in time using the DeLorean? Not really. I don't know where I would go. I think I'd go back to 2003 maybe, when Underground 1 was released. Like, that sounds really bad of me. You know, I can go back and see when, like, maybe World War II started, or I can go back and see when the world was made. But I'd rather go back and see what I was like as a little kid. You know, like, see how I acted, you know, and what I was like as a little kid. I think that'd be really cool. You know, seeing how you are as a minor, I think that is something that would be really cool for me. So definitely go back from like 2003 to 5. I think those 2 years are the main ones for me. 2003, 2004, 2005. You know, 3 years probably big ones I would go to. Weirdest username, fuck me. I've had fucking Hitler. I've had Jesus. I've had Moses. I've had Triple H. I've had fucking so many weird usernames. There's just so many. It's hard to pick one. Like, Jesus was pretty weird. Like, I've had loads. I've had absolutely loads. I mean, there's 2,000 people. You gotta expect a few weird usernames. What's the craziest thing to happen on YouTube? In terms of an experience, a lot. There's like, I think generally through YouTube, I think hitting 1,000 subscribers was the huge, like the biggest, weirdest thing for me. Craziest thing. Yeah, hitting 1,000 subscribers is absolutely huge. So when I did eventually hitting that, it was just like, it was a bit of a wake-up call, really. It was like, whoa, Cam, you know, you've done this. You know? And I don't know, I think it keeps on getting crazier and crazier as we get along. You know, we hit 2K yesterday, and that was mad enough. And now we're only climbing. I think it's just a bit, it's all a bit ridiculous. It's a bit mad. I think YouTube as an experience is crazy. I don't think there's one certain thing which has been mad. You know, I think all of it so far together. I think the fact that people actually watch my videos is pretty crazy in itself. So I guess I can't really answer that with one particular moment. I think a lot of things. I mean, it's managed. Like the fact that I can now talk to people through at school and stuff. Like, years ago, I would freeze. Like, I would freeze when I was talking to people. It doesn't matter if it was a boy, if it was a girl, especially if it was a girl. Like, I just completely fucking freeze and I'd get nervous. But now not so much. I'm a lot more chill. I'm a lot more relaxed, and I know a lot more about myself in that way. You know, like I'm a lot more confident with words, and I guess, yeah, I'm just more confident, really. But you know, back to your question, what's the craziest thing? There isn't one simple thing. I think the whole experience itself has just been absolutely mad, to answer that simply. So, yeah, I can't answer that question. I think the whole experience has been mad for me, and I think that will be my final answer. Just the whole thing. Okay, so the next question is from Kelvin. I want to say sorry for not answering your question last week, Kelvin. I just accidentally missed it out. And I'm not going to answer the first one because I've already answered that in other videos. So if you want to go and do that, I'm sure you can go flip through. But yeah, so number 2, if Need for Speed 2015 had past characters from Need for Speed games, what game and what characters would you like to make an appearance? And if you could tell EA one thing and they would have to do it, what would you tell them to do? So past characters, I'd love to see Razor back. I would love to see Cross back. I would love to see Mia back. I would love to see mainly the characters from Most Wanted 2005. I think that cast is absolutely amazing. If we saw Razor and if we saw Mia and Cross and all them lot, I think that'd be pretty cool. And if I could tell one thing to EA, start putting on this DLC on games, I think is the thing I would say, because it is just so annoying. You know, on this DLC is so annoying. So if I could tell EA one thing, I'd say stop using on this DLC because it's a fucking joke. It's an absolute joke. Alright, so the next question is from Philly and the Dragon, and his questions are: what are your 3 favourite YouTubers? Do you use the watch later feature? And if you could bring one feature back from old YouTube, what feature would it be? For example, the 5-star rating system, or moving titles back to the top, etc. So, top favourite YouTubers. Okay, number 1, Car Throttle. Number 2, The Game 2323. And number 3, I'd say is... Number 3 is hard. Number 3 is really hard. I would say number 3... maybe MKBHD, Linus Tech Tips, Shmi150. Between them, I guess. But yeah, it's hard to pick a top 3 because I'm subscribed to so many people. Second, I lost my words there. Second question: do you use the watch later feature? I do not use that. And number 3, if you could bring one feature back, what would it be? It'd be custom channels. Like before, you could have a really diverse channel. You could select your banners and whatnot. I'd bring that back if I could. Comment system, I got used to that, but I think having your own personalised channel was something that was different, something that was cool, and that's something that is not present anymore. So, I think the channel thing is a pretty huge thing, and I would definitely love to see that back one day, but I highly doubt we will ever see that back. Okay, the next question is from ID Reese, and his question is: do you think Gran Turismo 6 is a disappointing game? Gran Turismo 6, so I have actually played quite a bit of Gran Turismo 6, and as a Gran Turismo game, it is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Do I think it's disappointing? Not really. I think it's more Gran Turismo, so if you like Gran Turismo, you're going to like Gran Turismo 6. So yeah, I like the game. I really like the game. Okay, so the next question is from Mr. Black Eyes 01, and his questions are: why do you like your own videos and always retweet everyone who likes mine? Now, why do I like my own videos? Just, I guess, to get the like count, really. And I guess it's not lying, I like my own videos. Like, I don't know, it's just no other reason, just to get out one extra like, and hopefully, you know, with that one extra like, someone out there might see the video because it's further up in the search views or the recommended views. Just a bit more support. I think it helps regardless. Why do I always retweet people? So I've learned that this is starting to become a bit more like spam, because a lot of people are starting to like the videos and have the connected Twitter function. So what I am doing now is I've kind of toned down on it, but I'm still trying to let you guys know that I am seeing your likes. The main reason I retweet a lot of likes is because I want to let you guys know that I am watching. You know, I do see when you guys are liking and when you guys are, you know, giving feedback and whatnot. I think that's the main reason why I retweet a lot of those likes. But I've noticed that it's starting to become a bit more like spam now, and it's not starting to become something that's a bit harmless, and it's starting to become a bit annoying. So I have toned down, but I'm still trying to, you know, let you guys know that I am reading all these tweets, and I'm very grateful for the support. And I think the retweeting itself has like a very strong connotation to it, because obviously, you know, I'm retweeting a tweet, and it's like I feel like it's a good way to give back in a way. But I have noticed, like I said, it is starting to become spam, so I will tone down on it slightly. Okay, the next question is from Venomous Gaming, and his question is, what is the worst game of all time? Probably Big Rigs. And the final question of this week comes from Dylan, and his question is, which AT86 do you prefer? The Corolla 11 with the fixed headlights or the Sprinter Torino with the flip-ups? Now, this is an obvious question for anyone who watches Initial D. It's got to be the flip-ups every single day of the week. It's so cool. It's so cool. I don't know. I love the Torino. I think the Torino is just sick, and you know, the blind attack. The blind attack. Only Initial D fans will know what that means. But Jesus, what was that scene in the program good? But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smack the like button, subscribe. I've got loads of social media down in the description below if you want to go check it out, as well as a website if you want to go check that out also, where it's got an M chat where you can go and talk to me in my flesh and stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. You know, go tell a friend if you enjoy this video, like, whatever. Let's get this shit going. Let's get to 3K. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for the ongoing support, and yeah, peace. We are calling out now to death.